There's a whole queue already in this big bookshop in the center of Utrecht. I suppose you're about number 15 or 20?
I suppose.
Yes. And you have a book that you want an autograph in of Mr. Zwagerman, the author?
I have the Bookweek gift.
Did you already read other books by Zwagerman?
I haven't, but my wife has and she is a big fan of him, so I'm standing here for her.
Alsjeblieft. Oké.
Een rare plaats.
Ja, goedemiddag. Op een achterin.
Ja.
Nou, dat wil ik ook wel doen. Dat is voor het eerst dat ik een boek achterin signeer.
Joost Zwagerman, the author of the Boekweekgeschenk, of the Bookweek present, is busy. He must have given dozens of autographs already, very, very fast. And this man has 4 of the presents with him.
Nou, in de bovenste, want deze is voor mijzelf.
Ja, wat moet
Graag voor Jan.
Alsjeblieft.
Voor Jan. Alleen deze voor Jan met Utrecht en de datum.
You have now what you came for, didn't you?
Yeah, I have, and I'm very glad with that. You know, because I'm a very obsessive collector of what we call Boekenweekgeschenken.
Yeah. Yes, you have autograph in 4 of the Bookweek presents.
Yeah, but that's not only for me, because I'm also here as a representative of a little kind of a club here in Holland that, and all of the members collect Boekenweekgeschenken. So
But why do people collect those Boekenweekgeschenken, those presents, the yearly presents? Why do you do it?
I do it because I want to have a hobby, and I want to have a good hobby, and I think that collecting books is a very good hobby.
And reading?
Yes, of course. The Boekenweekgeschenk I collected, I also read. So
we have lots of
we have
books.
lots of
Yeah.
The autograph is here in front, and it's his name, Joost, his first name, and the date is in it.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask for anything special, not your own name?
You're so busy.
Yes.
I asked for something special, not so
Yeah?
much, but
You asked for something special?
yeah, for Jan, for John.
Are you Jan?
Yes, I'm Jan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jan.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
You're welcome.
This idea of a book week, a Boekenweek, we say in Dutch, is all organized by the CPNB, which means the collective propaganda of the Dutch book. The managing director is Henk Kruijma. Henk Kruijma, what's the formula of this Boekenweek?
The idea is to attract people to visit the bookshop and to see how rich the amount of titles is that is produced in Holland. And for the visit, we thank them by giving them a Boekenweekgeschenk. That's a gift book specially written for the Book Week. We organized already for the 75th time, so that means that already 3 generations of people know the Book Week. So it has been there all the time, but we know that it's one of the best weeks for bookshops in a year.
Is there any other country in the world where they have a book week as well, just like in the Netherlands?
The first Book Week was in 1932. We were inspired by America. There was a kind of Book Week. But at this time we are the only country that organizes this every year. And we know that many countries like to follow our idea, but it takes a lot of organization and working together from bookshops and publishers.
Thank you very much, Henk Kruijma of the CPNB. It's 7:45 now. I'm not anymore in Utrecht. I traveled half an hour from Utrecht to a place called Wageningen in the library. Tonight Joost Zwagerman is going to read from his books of poetry. And I think people can ask questions as well.
Staat hij daar al? Graag een applaus voor Joost Zwagerman.
U zag ik daar. Ik ga niet zo ver om te zeggen van u zat daar toen ook. Maar precies op die stoel, dat is misschien niet zo.
In the library, in the coffee break, before people get the opportunity to ask some questions, it's my question first to one of the Joost Zwagerman fans. I understand you have all his books.
I have all his novels. Some of a poem I don't have yet, but maybe.
Is it interesting to go and see the writer that you like that much? Is it interesting to hear him talk?
Yes, it is very interesting for me. I like to compare what my impression is from the books and then see the man in full life and blossom. And especially by Zwagerman, he's a very easy talker, and he is enthusiastic, and yeah, I like that very much.
Many autographs, Joost Zwagerman, this week, these 10 days. You've written the Boekenweekgeschenk, the gift for Bookweek, Duel it's called. And it's a very big honor, isn't it, for writers in the Netherlands to write this gift?
Absolutely. It's a typical Dutch phenomenon, the week of books it's called, in the second week of March.
And this free book, there are about 1 million are printed.
Well, that's the sensation. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for an author, especially from the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, it's impossible to sell that many books.
With 17 million people, 60 million.
With 60 million people, now 1 out of 16 is reading Duel.
And during those 10 days that this week is taking, you're traveling all over the country and you will meet, well, almost 1 million people, I think.
Well, that's a little bit exaggerated, but I think it will turn out that I will visit and speak to not hundreds of people, but thousands of people.
And that contact with the reader, is that important to you?
Well, in a week like this, it's very important because it's a book written for this big audience, for 1 million people. And well, my silent wish is that almost 1 million people will love the book.
Let's go on. They are waiting for you. Yeah. I hope you enjoy the questions they have.
Well, we'll see.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ik dank u wel.